Wonderfully glanced home. Hayashi finds the corner. All of the campaign. Quite good enough, ever present.
Sorensen reverts to his senior players after fielding 5 academy graduates midweek in the League Cup. One change from the WSL defeat to Spurs. Caroline Ollison drops to the bench and in comes summer signing Tony Payne. And it's a 50th WSL appearance for Katja Snoys up top today. Gareth Taylor makes 2 changes from their last WSL outing. Both Bunny Shaw and Alex Greenwood are injured. They're replaced by Alana Kennedy and Laura Blinkiller-Brown. Just a second start for Blinkiller-Brown, who recently made her England debut. In the absence of Bunny Shaw, Taylor has played Mary Fowler as the central striker, but we suspect a fluid lineup, and Kiara Keating gets the nodding.
So here we go. Are Everton capable of upsetting the odds and the historical stats, or is this to be a routine City success? Precious points up for grabs at both ends of the table. Expect City to dominate possession. He sends to Everton, if they are going to win, it will be a counter-attack, it will be a set piece, but they will have a puncher's chance, and City will be mindful of that. Here is Keating to play forward for City, attacking the goal away to our left in their away strip. Everton, of course, all in blue. And the usual pattern of play for regular watchers of Manchester City will know that they dominate the ball. 69% possession this season. It's a WSL high since the data was collected. Fujino. Twist and a turn, looking to get the cross in, and it's forced a corner. Nobody being a Manchester City player. One thing certainly that regular WSL watchers did notice when Manchester City played Chelsea in that massive game at Stamford Bridge earlier this campaign was that City maybe were a bit too slow and deliberate on the ball, and it was as if Chelsea were quite happy to soak up that type of pressure and look to hit City on the break. A couple of fabulous goals from Chelsea in that success. City failing to score for the first time this season. That's a little bit route one, and up a little bit and going back to front a little quicker. There is Brosnan again. That was a little dangerous, but Everton just about get away with it. Maybe they can counter. Space over on the right-hand side. Here is Lawley to turn. And Hevermat. Normally a back 3 with wing backs, but given the fact that City are going to have most of the ball, it's more likely to be a back 5 for Everton today. Men's team, of course, with a battling draw at Arsenal in the Premier League yesterday. What can the women's side do today? You tend to think they'll be under similar amounts of pressure. And City will be keen to get the ball wide, you suspect. Harvey's ball forward looks to go again from Fujino. Ayaka Yamashita this season, but can't fault Kiara Keating's WSL stats at all this season. 3 appearances, 3 clean sheets, and therefore a 100% save percentage, the highest in the league, obviously. Kennedy. Without Alex Greenwood alongside her today, City captain who'd been ever present. Gareth Taylor talking about Alex Greenwood, explaining ahead of kickoff that they hope that the knee injury isn't as bad as first feared when she was stretchered off just past the half hour in that Champions League fixture. City give the ball away. Opportunity now for Schnois, and it still catches Schnois. Can she pull the trigger? Well, you could hear the support. Scored the winner against Liverpool from the spot. Gets her head up here and looks to try and find the top corner. Just seemed to sit up just an inch or two, and she got underneath her first campaign after moving from Bordeaux. But she's got pace and power. The problem is, how many chances like that are you going to get against Manchester City, because they don't give up too many. shots against per 90 this season, averaging just over 8. Second best records in that particular metric. And when it comes to shots on target, shots at goal from Everton, they rank 11th of 12, mirroring their league position at the moment. They don't create, and their shot on target percentage, incidentally, is just over 25%, which is the lowest percentage in the Women's Super League. They have to be a little sharper in situations like that. Antonon, he says we'll have to be super sharp to keep them out. He says we've got a plan. Also talked about the injuries that his squad have had to suffer. He reckons that his team would have been doing a lot better, but the likes of Garlian, Gabaro, of course, out with ACLs. Karen Holgard, incidentally, is back in training. Sarah, of course, playing today. Twin. Alexandri. Fowler coming a little deep. Alexandri has it again. Forward by Uhabi. Everton managed to win it back, and it's the quick ball forward to Schnois that they're trying to achieve. Roord. And Kilda-Brown. Uhabi for Fujino. Kilda-Brown again. Manchester City just beginning to put a bit of pressure on that Everton backline. There's plenty of City personnel in and around the Everton penalty area. Struggling to clear their lines. Might just win a throw here, though. Manchester. 2-1 success, in which Everton kept it pretty close for the final half an hour. Fujino turns away and races forward. She's got Fowler a little further ahead. Fowler's touch. Back towards Roord. City with 5 inside the penalty area. Roord once again. Kasparai. Asagawa is free if required. Wahabi. Alexandri. 11 minutes in, it's been all Manchester City at the moment, but haven't found a way through just yet. Courtney Brosnan hasn't had a significant save to make. This is Roord. Alexandri. Wahabi. Fujino. Alexandri again. Kilda-Brown. Success by 1,000 passes. It's the Manchester City way. Wahabi. Roord. Kasparai. Jess Park short if required. Here is Jess Park. Well, Everton can't get a touch of the football at the moment, but they're keeping their defensive shape, looking to keep Manchester City out, but the mental energy that you expend when you're out of possession. Harby to the byline. It's not the worst ball in, and the volley is blocked. Kilda-Brown will have another go, and Brosnan will save. Didn't quite catch it. But this is the movement that Manchester City can produce. Pass and move, and the cross was good, just a yard away from the penalty spot. Roord's volley was blocked. Met it well, on target, and saw Wales make the European Championships for the first time. USA-born keeper. We talked about Manchester City dominating the play. Just look at that, 82% of the ball so far in the opening 13 minutes or so. That is some figure, and I suspect it might not change too much, and that's of course the game state that takes it. And City rack up a number of goals early on, but we mentioned their record-breaking average this season of 69%. That's going to push it in that particular competition. Drew against Crystal Palace away from home, here against West Ham, and of course the pick of the performances back in October against Arsenal, a 0-0 away draw. Arsenal were going through something of a lean spell then, but even so, still to go to North London and pick up a point was pretty impressive. And of course the squad has changed a little bit then because of injuries. Hasegawa, Payne coming back and helping out and winning the football back for Everton, but it's going backwards and sideways rather than forwards. Hayashi. And again, from Brosnan's straight ball, Hayashi towards Payne. Controls well, can she use her pace? That's a neat layoff. Everton for the first time looking to put some passes together. Wheeler to the left-hand side. Now the whistle is gone. City get the decision. Kennedy. Alexandri for Yohabi. Alexandri again. And Kilda-Brown, neat touch and turn, close control. Fujino. Yohabi again. Alexandri always on hand at the back. Kennedy to her right. As Manchester City probe once again, 18 minutes in here. Park. Kasparai. Scored against St Polton in the 2-0 success in midweek. She's been ever present so far this season. Third campaign at City after moving from Twente. Plenty of players on show today. We'll be looking forward to the group draw, the European Championships, which takes place tomorrow. Of course, the finals held next year in Switzerland. Kennedy with a diagonal, that's going to bounce away, and Everton will take that when she has been fit. Did score home and away for Manchester City against Paris FC in the Champions League qualifier. And she has had one or two minor injuries this season as well. Park to play it back. Alexandri. Hasegawa. Well, Everton have been well organised and by and large have restricted Manchester City to half chances. Jill Roord's volley maybe a little bit better than that. Hasegawa. Decent looking ball in, flicked away by Hayashi. Now, can Tony Payne turn and use a pace here against Alana Kennedy? Still Payne, it's a determined run, and it's a speedy run as well. Payne driving on, and in the end, with three teammates to her right, she tries to slip it through towards the suspicion of handball. This is Hasegawa. Roord. Kennedy. Kasparai. Park, angle of the box. Full wait for the delivery. Everton just push up a little. Kennedy again. Hasegawa. There, Alexandri. Skipper decides to come forward and add more bodies to the attack. In comes the delivery, it's low and it's comfortably cleared away. There were so many Everton players inside their own penalty area. Tony Payne to take it down and to control. Up against Kennedy again. City need a few more players to try and win the ball back, and they haven't. And here goes Payne once again. Snow is calling for it. Mel Lawley's up in this attack as well. Payne still going. better from Everton. Van Hevermaet with a touch. Hayashi. City forced back, but Everton just lost a little bit of momentum. Better ball forwards here. Mel Lawley, can she dig out the cross? It's towards the far post. It's good looking delivery, and it's nodded behind for a corner. Kasparai coming back to deal with the danger, and it was a header that had to be made. Plenty of height from the Everton defenders who have come up to contest this corner. Van Hevermaet making a nuisance of herself inside the area. Finnegan is there as well. In comes the delivery. Got it back to the edge of the area. It's good defensive work from Manchester City. So many players inside that 6-yard box. Curl back in. Not the worst. And the glancing header goes in. Flag stays down. Wonderfully glanced home by Lucy Hope. And Everton strike first against Manchester City. The shock is on. Well, at first glance, it looked like Manchester City had dealt with a really dangerous corner brilliantly. But Everton recycled. Ball was curled back inside the Manchester City penalty area. Can see that as the ball came in, Van Hevermaet was offside, but Lucy Hope certainly wasn't. Now, you could argue that Carrie Keaton may well have taken a glance to see where Van Hevermaet was and readjusted her footwork. But the goal's going to stand. And to be honest, I don't see anything wrong with it, really. Hope was certainly onside. She glanced across. Well, Lucy Hope's last goal was against Manchester City. It was in an Everton defeat, naturally, away at City in the league, back in May of 2023. City 3-0 up that day when Hope scored. My God, another as Everton were beaten 3-2. So it was no more than a consolation. And she is again. She'll be hoping that this time around, it's a much... Fujino. Referee sees nothing wrong with the challenge as Everton come forward through the paint. And there's space for Mel Lawley. Determined run as well to get there first. Tony Payne inside the penalty area. And Lawley's early-ish ball is easily cut out. Tony Payne is trying to prevent the clearance and eventually... Tony Payne. Flag has stayed down again here. This could be two for Everton. Still Tony Payne. And eventually Keating makes the save. She really needed to pull the trigger a little earlier. Well, Manchester City might be dominating in terms of possession, but the attempts and shots on target, not too much to choose between them. 3-2, and maybe caught in two minds whether to take the shot early or to maybe go around the keeper. She opted to look to go around to the keeper's left, her right as we watched it, but took it too far wide. Habi. Fujino. Alexandri. Fujino again. Low towards Fowler. It's a snapshot that goes wide. It was a good effort. And again, it's poor defensive work at the back. The quick transition from Everton. And as it comes towards Hayashi, she controls. There's another opportunity though, and one that's taken. Hayashi finds the corner. Everton have got a second. Keating beaten once more. A precision strike from Honoka for her second WSL goal of the campaign. And the former West Ham United midfielder. And again, it's poor defensive work at the back. The quick transition from Everton. And as it comes towards Hayashi, she controls and then switches to her right foot. It did take a minor deflection on the way through. And Keating was unable to get down quick enough to her right. And Everton lead Manchester City by 2-0. We'll have to maybe try something a little different. Plenty of time to go in this fixture. Oh, it's been spilled! And it's gone in, has it? Not quite. Brosnan drops it. City unable to pounce. And they lose possession again. And Everton are on the counter again here. Lawley, Payne moving through the gears. Looks to find Payne. Is she quick enough to get there? Brought down, was she? Flag was up. She just tried to halt her run. You could see what she was doing. This time the flag. This is the one that was somehow cleared off the line by Flemings. 1 minute of added on time. Now then, what happened here? Cleared off the line. How? By an arm, maybe. Kennedy wanted the spot. It's a tight one though, isn't it? Because Blinkilda Brown he's getting back defensively. Very much working at the minute, isn't it? 3.5 minutes to go until half-time. He'll be desperate to get his players in here at 2-0. Because some of them might not believe that they're beating Manchester City, given the head-to-head record of these two sides over the course of the Women's Super League. City always had the upper hand. 16 straight wins. What a shock this would be. Park with the skills, but not with the penetration. Blinkilda Brown to turn. Fugino drives to the byline. Thumped away by Van Hevermaet. Only 2 defeats in the last 23 in all competitions. Manchester City. Fugino. Still going, thinking about the shots. Blocked. Finnegan was in the way. Harby again to deliver. Delivery from that left-hand side has been excellent. Cleared away by Finnegan. Another opportunity here. Schnois coming forward for another. Oh, she's had chances. There's Katja Schnois. That the sell this season. 2 goals for the Blues in the opening 45. This maybe should have been a third as Keaton makes the save from Schnois, who had a big opportunity in the opening exchanges. Best of them all. Everton could have had 4 in this first half, incredible as it sounds. Goal scored beyond Keating. Lucy Hope with a glancing header, and Honoka Hayashi with an effort from the edge of the penalty area by Manchester City to suggest they're going to attack this Everton team in a slightly more direct manner. But 2-0 down, at some stage you've got to tweak your tactics. If it looks like she's going to play over on the left-hand side potentially. Virginia's come to the right flank. Fowler. Good touch from the Australian, looks to dig out the cross. Blinkilda Brown will take it down. It's back towards Fowler, who will go for goal, but there's too many Everton players inside the 6-yard box with an arm somewhere. No, it wasn't Fowler, was it, earlier this month? Roared for Blinkilde-Brown. Here is Murphy looking to take on the Everton backline, and it's a positive run. He takes a deflection. Spins across the 6-yard box, and Roared just unable to get the studs. Positive run from the teenager on the left-hand side. Roared was trying to watch it through. She started a run now. Had to avoid Everton players. Oh, she gets something on it, but just not enough. How unlucky. Justine van Hevermaet shoved by Jill Roared, who's just won it back for Manchester City. Murphy wants it over on the left-hand side. Here comes the substitute. It's Lee Murphy to take the shot on. Ricochets up and out for a corner. Block was from Megan. Asagawa. Roared. One back initially by Wheeler. It's got through an awful lot of work in that Everton midfield. Here she is again to prod it forward, and Payne is in again. Now then, third time we've seen Toni Payne get forward. What does she do this time? It's still Payne. It's blocked. It's a corner. Making those runs right on the halfway line. Perfectly timed run. Good first touch. Steadies herself. And then the block from Kasperaj. Asagawa. Alexandri. Park. Roared. Just to move away from the Everton penalty area and dispossessed through Wheeler. Payne's going to go again here. She's got the pace to get there ahead of Kasperaj now. She's wide at the minute. She needs a bit of help. Homgaard to turn. And now Payne. Either inside the... Murphy again. She's made a real difference over on the left-hand side. Much more dynamic. Roared lets it run through. Kasperaj for Fujino. It's on the left side, looking to curl it inside the area. Fowler with a glancing header, doesn't get hold of it. Comes back out to a Harvey's effort, and then the shot from Murphy. He's over, couldn't keep it down. Opportunities here for sure.
Substitution for Manchester City, coming off number 19, Laura Blinkilde.
Change as Chloe Kelly enters the fray. Laura Blinkilde-Brown has had some neat touches, is to be replaced. The alteration for City, a positive one. Gareth Taylor home. Alexandri, all the Manchester City work in this middle third at the moment. They can't find a way through. Really lay siege to that Everton goal. You can see the Everton personnel are a good 10, 12 yards away from their own penalty area. It's the highest line. They're comfortable with that. They've held that throughout the game. City look to get in behind this time, though. And the shot from Fowler, does it take a deflection off an Everton player? Corner. Fujino. Chloe Kelly to drive in again. It's a clever ball to the far post, and it's turned behind for another corner. Excellent defensive work from Everton to remind of her quality. Driven into the far post, and it's a touch that just sees it go behind from Heather Payne. It was a crucial one because Murphy was... That's the odd thing. They have scored in 23 of the last 24 games in all competitions, but they're shutting City out at the moment. Murphy's back over on that left-hand side. 5 wait inside the penalty area in City colours. This is Hasegawa. Kasperaj. Fujino. driving inside the penalty area. Winner will clear away. Kasparai chases and keeps it in. City come again. Alexandri. Part for Hasegawa. Murphy, a twist and a turn, a swivel of the hips, looks to try and get to the byline, but better defensive work on this occasion. And Everton will clear once more. Alexandri, 13 minutes remaining, all the play inside the Everton half at the moment. But it's not the decisive play. The penetration isn't there from... And it's another experienced player who's coming on. And Jess Parks, 100. And we'll see if Laura Coombs can affect the play. A lot of experience, but hasn't really been playing that often this season, only used as a substitute in the WSL. Here's an opportunity though, and Fowler can't turn it in from close range. Good run, good awareness, good ball in, just not the finish to match. You can see that Chloe Kelly just glanced to see who was inside the penalty area. Alexandri. Juniors come infield. Fowler has made the run inside the penalty area. As you get the cross in, back to the edge of the box here. Oh, Hasegawa was a little tentative. Everton will clear. Murphy, 4 minutes remaining. Fujino still going. Won't fall for Chloe Kelly. Likewise, Yohabi. Heather Payne looks to clear. Well, 3.5 minutes to last out, and it's fairly straightforward for Everton. Added on time. Well, we haven't had a restart for a goal. We've had a number of alterations. City need a 2-goal salvo in the final few minutes. Just be a third clean sheet of the campaign for Everton, but more importantly a massive win to send them 4 points clear of the relegation zone. Still with games to be completed today, of course, but they can go into 2025 off the back of a win. That's indeed if it is a win, because that is a definite penalty right in front of the referee. Hasegawa was hauled down. Wilson only just on. Sorry away from her. Drag of the arm, easy one to give. Ollison the perpetrator. And if this goes in, it will be another Fowler to step up and take, interestingly. Yellow card for Ollison as well. So Fowler yet to score from the spot this season for City, or indeed last campaign for that matter. But she's got the opportunity to give City a late lifeline here, up against Courtney Brosnan. Fowler buries it. City have got a goal back, and they rush to try and get the restart as quick as possible here. The consolation, or is this the signal for a late City comeback? City escape with a point here, it would be fairly miraculous. All depends on how many minutes of added on time we're going to get. Oh, City coming again. It's going to bounce off Fuahabi and out for a goal kick. They'll take that at Walton Hall Park for a famous win. Long overdue win, they would suggest. In the whole scheme of things, it's only December and just 3 points in the WSL. But when you've lost 16 on the spin, never beaten City, this is massive. If it happens, and it's not over yet. Chloe Kelly driving forward, takes the shot on, takes the deflection and into the arms of Brosnan. 8 on to grab a 2-2 draw and a share of the spoils to deny Everton the first WSL win over Manchester City. It's starting to get now or never territory. Asagawa. Fujino. Neat and tidy on the ball, but needs to be a bit more direct. This is Fowler, who scored from the spot. Now it's with Lily Murphy, wants to come in field, still brave enough to take players on. You've got to give her credit for that. Fowler once more. A twist and a turn and half a yard of space, but Everton defending in numbers, keeping their shape well. Asagawa. Where's the opening? Kelly left-hand side. Hume's calling forward as well. A shot from distance is not what was required. Surely you've got 30 seconds. Use it all. Alexandria's wasted attempts may well have sealed City's fate. We've had the 5 minutes of added on time. The referee allowing a few more seconds. How many more Everton fans want Cheryl Foster to blow for the 90? Fujino. Officials allowing just a little bit more for City here. It is a famous win for Everton and Brian Sorensen's side over Manchester City after 16 straight WSL defeats to Manchester City. Everton finally with a breakthrough. In the context of the league, it might not mean too much. In the context of the fixture between these two and the way that Everton have suffered at the hands of Manchester City, it is massive. Lucy Hope with a glancing header got the ball rolling. Brilliant headed goal from the Everton defender before Hayashi got the second from the edge of the box in the first half. That Everton could have scored more. City managed to pull one back late on. Fowler's goal from the spot after Ollison